A warm good evening and welcome to it. It's time for Sport at 10. We're looking forward to a fantastic hour of all the very latest and hottest when it comes to the world of sport. Who can you look forward to tonight on the show? Sitting on the bench, we've got him, our very own commentator, Dwayne DeLocca. But he is also an international superstar because the Olympic Games will be his voice opening the entire event. I will tell you about it later on. Then right next to him, we've got the man from Stadium Management, and that is the company that runs the FNB Stadium. He'll be telling you during the Carling Black Label update what you can expect. Right next to him is Sam Ramsamy. They don't come bigger than this. An executive board member of the International Olympic Committee. So he can tell us about Zika virus. He can tell us about our team going. He can tell us everything. There he is, Vuyani, the Beast, Bungu. A lot of people claim that he is the greatest South African boxer of all time. And, well, who am I to argue with that? No other boxer has ever defended a world title 13 times from South Africa. The Beast has done it. And then, staying with the Xhosa thing going on, because we see there's a connection, Lady X is right next to him, and she has a fantastic new song coming out. We'll talk a little bit about Zono Zininzane. We'll talk a little bit about that coming up. Zono Zininzi, that's the one, right? I was trying to think of the title, but I got it. Zono
Too many
Zininzi.
sins.
Zono Zininzi. No, you got to say it in his course, however. No.
Zono Zininzi.
There you go, Sana. There you need to have it. I've got BBK with me, and he is the Sunday Times sports editor. Now, BBK, what a day. When we look at the Olympics, I can't wait to talk to Sam Ramsamy about the Olympic Games, but our South African participants are pushing on. They're getting ready. They're getting closer, and they're getting to the point where I'm thinking, yes, 10 medals are possible.
Flashback to Friday night, last Friday. Caster, Wade van Niekerk. Things are happening.
Caster ran away from everybody
at the right time, and we're feeling and we're hoping that it's going to continue in Rio. But let me take you back to Monday night. Let's go to Budapest in Hungary. And I tell you that one of our very own athletes, Akani Simbin, was actually hungry for a medal, and he got a medal. He got first position because he clocked 9.89. And this is ahead of Asafa Powell from Jamaica, who came in at 9.91.
Here's the actual race.
And this is the actual race. It's happening.
There's
Watch our man there on the second lane.
That's Asafa. Everyone thinks Asafa's going to win.
Jamaica, not here.
And then on the inside, right on the inside,
Bowed right on him. Bowed right on him.
And the camera's still going to the big man, Asafa. He has to, and then the flowers go to Akani Simbini. Because they were like, I know it can't be the South African. Hey, the South African is the fastest. Yes, yes.
Not only did he beat Asafa Powell, he also bettered his own time. South African mark of 9.96, which he clocked just 4 months ago in March in Pretoria. So he's on fire. He banged the track. We hope that this is going to continue. The only sad thing, though, is that he's not going to participate in the 200 meters because a country can only enter 3 athletes in that. And his was the 4th fastest time, so he just missed the mark on that. But on the performance, on the strength of this performance, we hope that he's going to push the other big men from Jamaica, Usain Bolt, all the way. And good luck to the men.
You saying who? We've got Akani Simbini here. You saying who? However, we've got, as much as great sportsmen doing great work there, Akani Simbini is doing well. We also lost the great sportsman, BBK.
So on Monday, on Nelson Mandela International Day, July 18, the birthday of the late former president, Nelson Mandela. The first president, if you consider things were wrong before 1994, of the democratic South Africa. Gugu Zulu, motorsport driver, racing driver, a man who was right here in our studios not long ago with his beautiful wife, Lesego. He went on a Trek for Mandela expedition, which was an attempt to summit Mount Kilimanjaro, the highest peak in Africa. Couple of days, they were doing our thing. He was posting on Instagram, was posting on Twitter. He was keeping everyone updated. A good cause indeed, because this was all being done in order to raise funds to help young girls from disadvantaged communities. Unfortunately, during the course of the trek, Gugu started having what he described as flu-like symptoms. And those flu-like symptoms led to a point where he was feeling an itchy throat. And then the team leader decided that they had to turn with the medical team that was with him, with his wife Lesego and part of the team that was there. They descended the mountain. He was having difficulty breathing from what we are hearing, from what happened there. And they got to this, to the peak, to the level. And while they were there, he continued struggling to breathe. The doctor was called in. They tried, from what we understand, everyone in Tanzania, everyone who was there, everything to try and keep him alive. Unfortunately, the thing about life is that you know your birthday. I know my birthday. Everybody knows when they were born. But we do not know when we are going to depart God's green earth. Amakholwa athi singabahambayo thina kulo mhlaba. We hope that he's going to go home ezulwini. We hope that his wife, who has now the daunting task of raising their little baby who's just turned a year, who was inside here when they were here in the studio. And if there's one memory I take from Kuku, it's not about his racing, it's not about the good things that he was doing for children in Deep Sloot. It is the conversation, as short as it was, that we had with him here when he was telling me about how excited he was about the prospects of being a father. And when I told him that I'm a father of not one, but 2 boys plus a little girl, he was saying to me, you know what, I do not care whether it is a boy or a girl. All I just want to do is to be a good father to my daughter or a son and be a good husband to my wife and continue to be a good South African to everybody that I come across. I dare you, you will never find a single soul in this country who has a bad word to speak of Kukuzulu. Rest in peace, Mtanagiti.
Couldn't be said better. Rest in peace, Guguzulu. Staying with things, Mandela, we're headed to Durban, where we've got the president of the KZN Athletics, Sello Mokoena, with us, because there's a huge thing coming down the pipe in KZN, and that is the Nelson Mandela Marathon. Sello, welcome to Sport at 10. How are you?
Very well, thank you, Tom, and thank you very much for having me at your show.
It's great. I mean, it's Mandela Month right now in July, and you're now starting to tell us about the Nelson Mandela race, the marathon coming up. Tell me a little bit about it. What's the theme this year? Why should we be excited?
The race is aptly named, and it comes during the time we know this is Mandela Month, and we try and time it just about 4 weeks later at the end of August to allow many of the other runners who do other important events in KwaZulu-Natal, such as the Comrades Marathon, to be able to take part in this event, because we believe that this is an event that everyone in the world should be able at least to participate in it at least once in their lifetime.
So what makes it special? You say you have a theme this year. What's the theme?
Well, the theme is togetherness. It's what Nelson Mandela himself stood for. You see, we have to glance from where we come from, a divided nation, and then look at where we are in order to plan our future. And togetherness, using sport for social cohesion, to build for nation building, in order to ensure that we are focused as a nation towards a common goal. That was his aspiration and his work throughout, and this is the theme of the event going for this year.
28 August, live on SABC2, 6 in the morning. We're bringing it to you. It's going to be fantastic. Can't wait for it. What can we expect in terms of entries? What can the runners expect? What can our viewers expect when the race comes live to their screens?
Tom, this event is unique from others. It has different attributes from other events. You know, we are in KwaZulu-Natal. We are blessed with other great events.
Any big names?
But this one is particularly unique in the sense that we are not looking for a fast time. It is a very tough marathon. It's a 42 kilometers, and the event itself, it's not a thumbs up. Nelson delivered a speech in 1962 at Manai Hall, and then was captured and arrested 42 kilometers later in Howick. And when you measure the distance, exactly 42 kilometers. So that is not something with thumbs up. That's something that is his journey, and those who will be running in his footsteps. Now, in terms of the entries, the top entries, all the top five entrants of the Comrades Marathon for this year have entered already.
Whoa.
We do not think that they are going to dice it very hard. They are building into the event itself. And those include 3 past winners of the Comrades Marathon.
Yes. Wow, it's going to be a great field.
Yes, Gift Kelehe, Mamabulo, Logic Mamabulo,
yes.
and of course the gentleman from KZN as well.
All right, so we're looking forward to a great field. Thank you very much, Sila Mokwena, president of KZN Athletics, for telling us a little bit about the Nelson Mandela Marathon. Today's show has a Mandela theme, obviously with his birthday having just passed a couple of days ago, and it has the big Olympic theme in it. And Dwayne DeLocca, you've heard the voice. He does soccer, he does cricket, he does tennis, he does badminton, he does it all. He's one of the great voices of sports commentary. Yes, however, it's going to even be greater coming up. Because when that Olympic opening ceremony comes to our screens in South Africa, in Tokyo, in London, in Jamaica, anywhere in the world, Dwayne, when they tune in to watch the Olympic game opening ceremony, what will they hear?
Oh, you've just made me so nervous now. I think I need to excuse myself. They're going to be hearing my voice. They're going to be hearing my voice. The opening ceremony of the Olympic Games for the world broadcast, you're going to be listening to me.
If you're not listening to Dwayne DeLocca,
what are you doing?
What will you be doing? Dwayne, that is a huge accolade.
Thank
I mean,
you.
for a South African to be the voice on the world feed, not just for us here in South Africa. In television, we call it the world feed. This is the one that everyone plugs into. The whole world gets it. And Dwayne will be saying, welcome to Rio. Have you worked it out? I mean, are you nervous? What do you, what do you plan? Like, what's your... Don't give it away, but... Have you planned?
That's the thing, is I'm extraordinarily nervous. I plan. You know that I, behind the scenes,
so you know
I don't have
word.
the talent of many other people, so I have to work hard to stay where I am. But I've planned relentlessly. I've spoken to people all over the world, and I've spoken to former commentators who've done events. I've spoken to Olympic athletes from all around the world as well, from New Zealand to Canada. I just want to get a sense of what it's like to be an Olympian, and I want to convey that to the world masses. I mean, I've always lived by a sense that I want to take any moment of reality and turn it into magic for at least one person. And I want to be able to do that for a world audience.
I know you've done the research, because you're the man when it comes to research. Has a South African ever had the opportunity to be the voice of the opening ceremony?
Not as far as I could find.
What?
We
should give you a gold medal just for that. I mean, Olympic gold medal. And it doesn't end there, Dwayne, because when the tournament ends, the Olympic Games, and also when the Paralympics come up, again,
I've been very honoured to... They've asked me if I would not only do the opening ceremony, but the closing ceremony of the Olympic Games and of the opening ceremony for the Paralympic Games. And for me, I think this is... It's something that was only... I realised the magnitude of it when a friend said to me, just a couple of days ago, I was talking about it and said, I'm just so incredibly nervous about this, the prospect of it. And he said to me, think about it this way. When we listen to those commentators from 100 years ago and the voices are going, well, now we're lining up for the 100 metres, your voice is going to be that voice in the archives that people in 100 years' time will be listening to when they go back to South America's first Olympic Games. And it struck me then. I'm genuinely part of history.
This is not the only first big thing that is done. When the 2010 World Cup was here, when that goal was blasted from that left foot of Simphiwe Tshabalala, whose voice was booming everywhere in the world, saying that South Africa has got the opening goal of the World Cup in 2010. This man's voice, I didn't hear
it. I was there.
I was there. You know what?
I was pitch side. Sorry, Dwayne, I didn't hear you that day. I was here. You know what I was doing? I was hugging a FIFA official. And then this other FIFA official in a suit comes up, because there was one of the volunteers, taps her on the shoulder and goes, you're not allowed to celebrate your FIFA. She's like, I don't care. But yes, Dwayne.
The things that Dwayne inspired.
You're doing great work. I'm going to continue talking with you, but I need to bring in the heavyweight of humour, South Africa's one and only, and he is now 3 years.
Is gay.
Openly gay football player.
Openly gay. All I'm saying is that do you, boo-boo. All you have to do is just catch those balls and just go up in your career and just make do you, boo-boo. You are in the best place of your life because you're playing with all that eye candy for you, six packs and everything for you. Just do you.
Boo-boo.
You know, boo-boo. So that'll be the first goalkeeper who will be like screaming proper like, what's a hand? But you know what, boo-boo? It's all you. It's all you. Represent all those gay people who catch those balls and just go high. Anyways, I'm just saying, Zamalek, Zamalek thought they're gonna. Zamalek is just a drink, Joe. It was an open bar. It was an open bar.
Open bar.
It was an open bar. Zamalek is just a drink. You're like, ha. Actually, we should buy more Egyptian players so they can help us identify pyramid schemes. Get that one. Get that one. Get that one. Get that one. Egyptians and then pyramid and then we just mixing things together and then making sure that it's working out. Sundowns, they are here. But you know what? Onyango, what were you doing? Onyango was all over the place, Joe. He was just going there and everything, but I figured out why. Somehow I feel like he was stressing because Kune is going to the Olympics and he's not going. Just stressed, like, what am I gonna do, Joe? Kune is going, Matho is going. All I'm saying to the under-23s is that please, if we lose, let Matho handle all interviews. All interviews. All of them. He'll be there in Brazil.
No, but Dwayne will translate, man.
Dwayne can hear. Matho speaks Venda. That Venda people need to go and Google. They have to just send him. That's the leadership we want. That's why you are there. Because Kune, well done. You are the first person to be part of the under-23 at 46. You are fine. You are an elder. You are making history as well. 46 years old, you are doing your bit. Swallows, all this time you are there screaming over a lay-by. We are coming back. How? That was a lay-by, that thing.
No, but the shop officials said,
you are there. You are there treating free testers like Edgar's. You can't play in installments. So. That will not work. So when I was worried, I was surprised why Davis Kegan is the only person on earth celebrating. Making noise like a shareholder. It's a lay-by, Joe. We've seen Enka Money Market, but you know what, Swallows? Just for you to have peace of mind, this sign simply means Nyabuya Gumutsepelik.
Just to clarify, Dr. Ivan Koza said today that they have until the end of the week to make sure that the paperwork is in with the PSL for that deal to be looked at and processed. It's time for us to quickly give you a quick look at what we want to talk about. Can Mamelodi Sundowns' good start in the CAF Champions League group stages culminate with them winning the prestigious competition? That's what you need to talk about there. Also, send Dwayne DeLocca your great comments as well, because he's making us proud. The world feed man at the Olympic Games. We'll hear him at the beginning, we'll hear him at the end. A South African. That has never been done before. Dwayne, we appreciate what you're doing for South African sport, flying the flag high for the country at the Olympic Games to the biggest audience ever. You have done it. You will do it. Make halls, eh? Just make sure that, just for the throat, we need you clarity. That's the key.
Honey and lemon.
All of that.
We
need that voice to stay silky smooth. We're going to a quick break, and after the break, we'll be talking Carling Black Label Cup, and then we've got Sammy, and we carry on with the Olympic theme. Vuyani Bungu comes in. What a great show in store for you. Lady X will come with that silky voice of hers as well. So that's Sport at 10 tonight.
Castle Light. When the indicator turns blue, it's at the perfect drinking temperature. Unlock extra cold refreshment.
What's your secret to being so cool and confident?
I have to be ready for anything at any time. That's why I use Nivea deodorant. It's the best protection and care guaranteed. I use a Nivea for Men roll-on for that all-day protection, and I use the Nivea for Men deo spray for that extra freshness and great fragrance. With Nivea deodorant, nothing catches me by surprise.
So what's your favorite?
It's the new Nivea Fresh Musk. It's a winning fragrance.
Introducing Rani Float, that delicious new fruit drink with real fruit pieces. Rani Float. Taste the difference.
Get ready for the biggest sporting event of the year. Get ready for the games because we're making it easy to bolt to Brazil. Get your hands on Telkom's fiber now and you could win one of 10 all-inclusive double tickets to witness thrilling speeds in action. Stream and download content at record speed day and night for under $700 a month. Get it today. The next generation of fast is here. Telkom, proud sponsor of Speed.
Alright, so we're here to show you guys just how refreshing an icy cold Sprite is by doing a sub-zero swim. You ready, Les?
Yes, I'm ready, boy.
Alright, let's do it, Les. Whoa! Sprite, it's refreshing like that. Sorry, dog, are you okay?
This Carling Black Label Champion Cup segment is brought to you by the Champion Beer. Carling Black Label. Champion men deserve champion beer.
It's time for our Carling Black Label Champion Cup update. Match day, Saturday, 30th of July, FNB Stadium. Make sure you get to the stadium by 3 p.m, please. This is the only match where you, the fans, select the starting lineups for Kaizer Chiefs and for Orlando Pirates, where you, the fans, can make a live substitution during the game. It doesn't happen anywhere else in the world, and where you stand the chance to be the match day champion coach. Today I'm joined by Sisa Majola from Stadium Management. That's the company who runs the stadiums around the country, and he is very important in terms of being able to tell you what you can and cannot do at the stadium on the day and what you can expect. With over 90,000 fans expected for the sold-out clash, it's important to understand what's happening in and around the stadium on the match day. So let's start first and foremost by welcoming you to Sport at 10. How are you, Sisa?
Excellent, Big Daddy. It's been a minute. How you doing, brother?
You're bringing back an old nickname, man. Hey. That whole Big Daddy thing. Yo. Clearly you from the archives. But let's talk about the gates opening.
Yeah.
When can people arrive? Because, you know, there's nothing worse than kickoff is delayed because the parking lot is full and people are trying to get in. So what time will we open the gates?
Yeah, valid points raised. The game is sold out. The gates do open at 11 o'clock. So we're asking if the fans will come in early. I mean, there's going to be a lot of business in and happening in around the FNB precinct. So we're asking the fans to come in early. We've got plenty of entertainment. Professor is coming.
Yeah.
We've got DJ Naves. We've got DJ Spectacular coming. The Soweto Dance Crew, just to name a couple that are coming through.
And are they kicking off Ngabo 11 already?
Yeah, they kick off Ngabo 11 already. So we're asking the fans to come in, asking the patrons come in. Let's start off the season in style. I mean, let's start off the 2016-2017 season, you know, off on a good note by just asking the fans to come in early. I know it's a Saturday.
No, people but they've spent their money on the ticket. Get the full value, right?
Absolutely.
Don't just see the game.
Absolutely.
See the performances.
Absolutely. I know people want to go do their hair. People want to go and, you know, walk their dog on a Saturday. But come on, you know, I mean, the Carling Black Label, there's no other way to start off a season. So let the fans come in early, wear your colours, and just make sure that you're there, you're entertained. Everything is ready. We're waiting for you to come through.
I heard you say it. You said it very quickly. Tickets are sold out.
Absolutely. Tickets are sold out. Sold out.
What about Labantu
That is not permitted. If without a ticket, please watch it on SABC. SABC is going to bring it to you live. If you do not have a ticket, do not come through. But what we are asking the fans to do is to purchase the parking tickets as well. So
parking tickets?
Absolutely. Get your parking tickets. It's 40 rand. Well, we can get it through stadiummanagement.co.za. You can get it through the CompuTicket retail outlets. So we've got exclusive
parking.
And
you can park where then?
We've got designated areas in and around the FNB Stadium precinct.
How often can I get there if I don't want to take my car? Because that's one of the big issues.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, if you not want to drive through, I mean, we've got public transportation available. We've got Metro Rail, we've got KTK shuttles, we've got Top 6 taxis. We've also got, you know, so we're asking the fans to utilize all of the services that we've made available to them.
And a derby like the Carling Black Label Champion Cup always brings new people to the stadium. Maybe haven't been there before. How safe should they feel coming to a derby like this one, 90,000 people for the first time?
Well, with us as stadium management South Africa, safety is very key. So what we are asking the fans to do is, I mean, I know sometimes people ask, what can I bring to the stadium, what can I not bring? But what we are asking them, do not bring any dangerous weapons. We don't want any guns. We don't want any knives or any sharp objects. Ultimately, we have to respect the person that's next to you. So let's show that respect. Come in and enjoy the festivities. Wear your colours and go out there and support your team.
Tickets are sold out, but I know you at least, so right.
I know. If you got your ticket.
So there you have it, fans. All our match day champion coach finalists have been selected and will be battling it out on Saturday to find out who will be the match day champion coach. I'm going to be at that event. I'll be checking them out and just giving you a sample, because on Monday on Soccer Zone, we will then find out who has been selected as the coach for each team. That's Monday on Soccer Zone. Fans, keep voting for your favorite players, as you still have until Monday to vote for them into the starting lineup. So there's still a chance to get your favorite players in there. Make sure you get to the stadium by 3 p.m. on Saturday, the 30th of July. And in Durban, if you're down there, get to the fan park at Sahara Stadium, Kingsmead. Good luck, South Africa. The big one is almost here.
This Carling Black Label Champion Cup segment was brought to you by the Champion Beer. Carling Black Label. Champion men deserve champion beer.
Shampunino, what have you got on the bench?
Hey man, Thomas, welcome to my dad room. I'm sitting next to the champ of champs of champs of champs. This man fought Mayweather.
Yeah. You lying.
I fought Mayweather. I think He fought Mayweather, he fought Ali, he fought even the apartheid.
You know what? We're emotional.
The best, can I buy your status?
No, you can't. Unfortunately, we have to be in the ring in order for you to have the status.
Sir, welcome to Brazil.
Thank you. Brazil is here. We are getting there. Rio especially. But of course, our football teams are going to be out. Some are playing in Manaus, others are playing in Brasilia, and they're going to come back to Rio. And we're expecting, everybody says, well, this team might not make it, but I've got great hope.
Thomas, we're going to archive this interview. I was in Rio today. You heard it, Mustad. Back to you.
Well, I'll be getting in more depth with the big man from the International Olympic Committee, Sam Ramsamy. We'll talk a lot about the Olympic Games coming up after this.
Life. We're never sure what might happen, but we do know death is one part of our human journey that none of us are spared. Rest assured, when you have a clientele funeral plan, know that we will pay out within 24 hours. Our plans are affordable, and we make it easy for you. We even send 200 Rand free airtime when you claim. It includes unveiling, grocery, and transport benefits. You can't predict life, but you can prepare for it. SMS FAMILY to 44053.
You've come to expect a lot from an Amstel. You know it's slow brewed for a rich, bold flavor and exceptional quality. And Amstel Light is no different. It may say light on the label, but it isn't light on taste.
MTN is bringing you our massive bonus minutes and data bundles promotion on selected deals. Get free minutes and data bundles when you get the Lumia 640 for only $219 on my MTN Choice 100. You'll get 100 anytime minutes and a bonus 200 on net minutes. That's 300 minutes to talk more. Plus, you'll get 500 megabytes of data and a bonus 2 gigs. That's 2.5 gigs of data to surf more. Available in store now. With love from MTN.
AVBOB declares a fourth special bonus of 1 billion Rand to its policyholders. By using AVBOB Funeral Service, policyholders now benefit from enhanced free benefits, including a free basic funeral, free transportation of the deceased, and 1,000 Rand cash upfront for initial expenses. Plus, a 15% addition to the sum assured in the main life, which, if needed, may be converted into a 6-month retrenchment benefit. AVBOB, we're here for you.
That's not really a secret anymore.
Come on, man. Come on.
Try new Nivea Men Face Cream. Non-greasy, fast-absorbing, affordable. Men, this is your face cream. Nivea Men, it starts with you.
This year's cook-off winner is Nisha Williams. Congratulations, Nisha.
Sis Queen, come join us.
Only the best cooks serve Koo because they know it's carefully grown and made with meticulous attention. So when you serve Koo, you can trust you're serving only the best.
Koo, only the best will do.
Welcome. I got Sam Ramsamy, the International Olympic Committee board member. So he's one of the elite, one of the big dogs when it comes to the Olympic Games. And he's not just going to talk about Team South Africa. We're going to talk a little bit about what's going on in Rio, the preparation, how close we are. Mr. Ramsamy, welcome to Sport at 10. Your history when it comes to the Olympics is massive. You led us in 1992, and now we're at the gateway of another Olympic Games.
It's wonderful for us to be there. And, of course, there's been progress all along since 1992.
That was your first Olympics with South Africa, taking the South African team to Barcelona.
Yeah, not only was I there taking the South African team, Madiba was there.
Wow.
And Madiba was, of course, being looked after as a head of state, although he was not a head of state then. And, of course, you know, Madiba cheered us all the way, and I believe that to some extent the unity that we got, the cohesion we got, was because of Madiba.
Now, one thing that Utata was about Africa and how Africa is important. And then I look at SASCOC and I look at how the South African athletes qualifying via Africa was no longer good enough. If you were the best in Africa, that was not enough to get to the Olympic Games. So sports like hockey, where they're the #1 men and women's teams in the African continent, they're not at the Olympics because they weren't good enough beating the Europeans. That seems for me a little bit unfair.
It's not unfair, simply because all the federations had the option, and the option was all of them will qualify with the international standards. Unfortunately for football, or shall I say fortunately for football, there is no international qualification tournament.
No other competitions.
And
You've
that
got
is
to
why
go through
Africa.
The CAF competitions to get to the Olympic Games.
That was the only reason. But all the others had the option of qualifying overseas and outside.
Because there was a time, Mr. Ramsamy, where you could simply qualify by being the best in Africa. You win the African Championship, you're going to go to the Olympic Games.
If that were the case, we're taking about 130 athletes. We take 500 athletes. And I am certain you know that we're not going to come back with 500 medals. So we had to have, we need to do a weeding process. And the weeding process was necessary. For instance, in the same thing in track and field, we don't take people with B qualifications. In swimming, we don't take kids with the B qualification.
That hurt the women, though.
Yes.
Because we don't even have a woman swimming in the pool at the Olympic Games, and that's a sport you're very passionate about.
That's right, and of course I was the founding president of Swimming South Africa. And, you know, I was present there when this young girl just couldn't make it by 1/100th of a second. We were all disappointed, but that was the qualification procedure. The swimmers knew about it, the federation knew about it, and that was undoubtedly a qualification procedure, and we had to keep to it.
Can I put you in a corner, though? Because when we look at, say, Penny Haynes, in 1992, she was essentially hopeless at the Olympic Games. But the experience of being at the Olympic Games in 92 meant that she was a champion in 96. Now, we don't have, we're not even giving those kids that opportunity to say, I was there, I saw the lights, I know what it's about, now I can go do better at the next event.
In 1992, we just felt our way into the Olympic Games. We didn't have a qualification system then, and we took those people. But that doesn't indicate that because Penny went to the Olympic Games, that is why she did well in 1996. I believe Penny would have done well even if she hadn't gone to the Olympic Games in 1992. We had to take a swimming team. We decided on the number, and no doubt Penny qualified on that number basis. So there's nothing controversial about it. And also, what's wonderful about this particular system, all the national federations have agreed in advance. That is how they would go, and that is how they would qualify. So therefore, it's
done and dusted.
Done and dusted, not because it's controversial within the public forum. It's non-controversial within the International Federation, within the National Federation. All of them knew what they were going to do, and for instance, unfortunately, this young girl missed it out by 1/100th of a second.
Can I ask you something else, Mr. Ramsamy? When it comes to some of the sports that are now new to the Olympic Games, for instance, we've got rugby coming with the sevens rugby, golf is there, tennis has not been there for too long. Is that working? Because you're seeing the big names not wanting to come. I mean, if you take golf, they're all running away because they've got bigger events to focus on. So why have these sports at the Olympics?
Yeah, I believe that all sport want to be in the Olympic Games. There's no doubt about it. Cricket wants to be at the Olympic Games.
But the athletes don't necessarily want to be there.
No, the athletes wanted to be there. But I think here the issue in Rio is the issue of worrying about the health issues more than anything else. And for instance, the Irish golfer, he decided, he decided last year or the year before he's going to represent Ireland at the Olympic Games. Now suddenly he has changed his mind about it. And of course, that doesn't indicate at all that we do not have the highest qualifiers. For instance, we have Danny Willett, who won the Augusta Masters. He's going to be there. We have Henrik Stenson, who won the, of course they call it the Open.
But for us, it just happened the other day,
the British Open is going to be there. So the best players will be there.
But Day is not there, Spieth's not there.
Yeah, but that doesn't indicate that, well, we know what happened today and Spieth at the Open. So that might not be necessarily a bad thing that they're not there.
I'm going to go to a quick break, and then I'm bringing in Vuyani Bungu because we're going to talk Madiba, we're going to share some of the stories, and also that there's no boxers going from the South African team to the Olympic Games. So that's coming up next. Stay with Sport at 10.
It's the vibrant red chilies that are sun-dried to give Knorr Chakalaka soup richer flavor. Knorr soup, add richer flavor.
MTN is bringing you our massive bonus minutes and data bundles promotion on selected deals. Get free minutes and data bundles when you get the Lumia 640 for only $219 on my MTN Choice 100. You'll get 100 anytime minutes and a bonus 200 on net minutes. That's 300 minutes to talk more. Plus, you'll get 500 megabytes of data and a bonus 2 gigs. That's 2.5 gigs of data to surf more. Available in store now. With love from MTN.
At Men's Clinic, we find solutions to sexual problems in thousands of men every year. They are nothing to be ashamed of, and the solution is safe and strictly confidential. You speak to real doctors for real solutions. For help with weak erections, early ejaculation, and low sex drive, SMS HELP to 32110.
You have the power to take your talent to the next level.
It's only a matter of time till I'm the greatest.
It's only a matter of time till I reach legendary status. All I need is a chance
to show the world what I'm made of.
We have Vodacom Next Level on SA's best network to help you get discovered. Record and upload your vid and you could win a scholarship to a leading sports academy. Check out VodacomNextLevel.co.za for more info. Vodacom, power to you.
It's almost time for the Carling Black Label Champion Cup.
Once again, we, the fans, have the power to be the coach.
We know you better than anyone.
We will select the starting lineup. We will lead you to victory. And together, we will be champions.
To select your starting lineup, see pack for details and be the champion coach. Vaseline knows your skin is like this wall. It gets dry and damaged, just like this. Now, engineered with micro droplets of Vaseline jelly, Vaseline Men Extra Strength Body Lotion restores dry, damaged skin in just 5 days. Dry, damaged skin restored in just 5 days. That's the healing power of Vaseline.
I dedicate this fight to my president, Mr. Nelson Mandela.
Vuyani the Beast Bungu is joining us in the studio. But before I get to that, I need to tell you about this very quickly because it's important. AVBOB is South Africa's only true mutual assurance society that provides a one-stop funeral insurance and funeral service solution. And what's more, AVBOB's funeral services are provided for policy holders and non-policy holders, which is probably something that was needed when Vuyani the Beast was fighting against his opposition there. Vuyani Bungu, welcome to Sport at 10. We got you here mainly because Nelson Mandela Month, you had a great relationship, no Tata. How did he influence you? You had 13 defenses of your bantamweight title in the 90s. No other South African has ever defended their title 13 times. You're the greatest. And you had a relationship, no Tata.
Thank you so much, man. Firstly, I must say thank you for having me in your show. You know,
wonderful to have.
Yeah, you know, it's amazing. You know, to fight. You know, in South Africa, to fight overseas, fighting for your country. You know, I remember very well when I was winning the world title, 28th August 1994.
McKinley.
Yeah, against Kennedy McKinney.
No one thought you'd win. You were coming in there as the guy that was going to get trapped.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, it's only me that I knew that I will win. I will beat Kennedy McKinney. You know, and definitely I did that.
That fight was rated upset of the year in boxing in 1994. That's how much they didn't think you were going to win. It was the upset of the year. How did Tata influence that?
You know, Madiba being the first black president, you know, he opens all the doors for us. And, you know, for you not to be able to achieve, you know, area where you at in terms of sport and you know, everything that I was doing because of Madiba.
And
yes, you know, I remember when I was doing my first defense, you know, I was just sitting in my room in the hotel, and I heard Ramzi saying, Vuyani, you must wake up because you are going to get a call from Madiba. And it was like he's joking. And really, the phone rang in my room, and there's Madiba.
What do you say? Like, how do you say hello? Like, when you pick it up?
No, I couldn't believe it. You know, all I was saying was, what that? Because he was saying, I'm the asset of the country, and I must know that everybody is behind me, and he wished me good luck.
I mean, Sam, you have those stories as well when it comes to Tata. Share one.
The one I'd like to share, and I didn't know about it, and I was reminded, in fact, 2 weeks ago when we were at the African Athletic Championships, that I was the first one outside of the official inauguration of Nelson Mandela, because I was one of the members of the inaugural committee. And we invited Nelson Mandela to the Ellis Park Stadium because we wanted a big match, and everybody couldn't fit into the Pretoria Stadium or the Pretoria Arena where Madiba was inaugurated. He made his way there, and I was reminded not 2 weeks ago that I was the first one to publicly announce President Nelson Mandela.
What an honorary
That was
moment.
wonderful. And I believe the SABC has clips of that. That'll be nice.
That is an amazing moment. However, let's get back to the sporting things a little bit, because Vuyani, Sam is the main man at the Olympic Games.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
he's an executive board member.
Oh, yes.
But South Africa are not taking any boxers. Not even a boxer. I think it's, we've had great boxers. We've won medals in boxing. But since 1992, we've been puppet boxing at the Olympic Games. What's gone on?
It's a sad thing, that today there's no one in the Olympics. But I think we need to sit down and put our heads together and ask ourselves, what is
I'm
it
asking you.
that we're doing wrong?
You're in this thing.
Unfortunately, I'm in the professional side, but I think now...
Yes,
of course, but no, they are putting us aside. That's a problem that we're having, of which we've made history in this country. We know everything. We can help where, if they need us, we can help. If they want us, we are here, so that we can just help them.
Maybe, Sam, that's maybe a little bit outside of your ambit, but great boxers like that maybe need to be helping the grassroots boxers, because boxing had an advantage in getting to the Olympics. They didn't make it for Team South Africa.
Yeah, but that was rather sad. And again, we talked about football qualifying via Africa, and boxing had that opportunity. They didn't qualify via Africa.
Other African boxers were just too good for our South African boxers.
At the moment. But what happens in South Africa, and again, it's not going to be a target against Vuyani, I blame the professional boxing unit in South Africa. What happens in the early stages, all of us, all the boxers are amateurs. Whether we like it or not, they start up. And then these professional boxers, SASCOC doesn't have enough money to make sure that there is enough subsistence for them. So SASCOC will give them, for instance, 1,000 rand a month to maintain them, to work towards becoming champions. But then the professional boxing promoters realize, there is a talent here. And unfortunately, many of our young boxers, they also need money.
So here's 2,000.
Then you get 2,000, 2,500, and they are stolen.
Gone.
And that's gone, And that, to a large extent, is a problem here, which doesn't happen in other countries. And we need to, therefore, coordinate our efforts between SA Boxing, the boxing unit, and the professional unit, and see how that happened. Hawk Makapula was a very, very good example. He took part in the Olympic Games in 1996. Thereafter, he became a world champion.
Vuyani, who's your favorite person going to the Olympics? Is it Caster? Is it Chad Leclos? Akani Simbini? Who's your favorite?
All of them, they are my favorites. But Caster, what he's doing, it's wonderful, And
I have to come to you, Mr. Ramsamy, because apparently we're looking at 10 medals. That's what we're hoping for. Can we achieve that in South Africa?
Yeah, I believe it's within our range. And we've got Caster, we've got Wade van Niekerk, we've got Chad Leclos, and
Sunette Viljoen.
We've got Sunette Viljoen. Yeah, the issue is, sport, as we all know, is a different type of a component. We need to be there on form when it happens on that day. And I believe at that particular level, if everything goes well, we might come even with more medals than 10.
Gentlemen, thank you for being with us. Thank you for sharing your Madiba stories in Madiba Month. You're coming back, definitely. We're going to have a lot more time with you. Vuyani the Beast Bungu needs to talk about all those fights and how great he is. But for tonight, it's done as far as that interview is concerned. I want to move on, because as an employee, there are many benefits that you may claim from the compensation fund if you are injured or ill at work. Find out more from your nearest Labour Centre or provincial office, or call 0860 105 305. It's a free service. The Compensation Fund, working for you. Stay with Sport at 10.
All South African families are affected by hospitalization at some stage. Clientele's new Hospital Plus plans can be an affordable alternative. It's not a medical aid. It's hospital cover that pays out up to 200,000 rand per year. Paid in cash. Cash to use as you wish. You can use it to bridge the income gap if you cannot work, supplement your medical aid if you have one, or spoil yourself. We pay per stay. So whether you stay between 3 and 10 days, you will receive the full lump sum of up to 20,000 Rand per hospital stay. It's affordable. Plans start from 99 Rand per month, and we have individual and family plans available. SMS Plus to 31045, and we'll call you back. So why is it called the Clientele Hospital Plus plan? Because you receive a lump sum per stay, up to 20,000 Rands, plus a daily cash amount of up to 2,000 Rand per day if hospitalized for more than 10 days. Plus, accidental death cover of up to 200,000 Rands, plus accidental disability cover of up to 200,000 Rands, plus dread disease cover of up to 200,000 Rands. Remember, it's from Clientele, so it's easy to apply. No medical examination and no paperwork. You can claim regardless of whether you go to a government or private hospital. Important, if you choose the Clientele Ultimate Hospital Plan, you can receive all your money back. Yes, we will pay all your premiums back if you've been hospitalized for more than 10 days, or in the unfortunate event of death, your family will receive all your premiums back. Plus, it's hospital cover from the name you trust. SMS Plus to 31045, and we'll call you back. SMS now.
At Men's Clinic, we find solutions to sexual problems in thousands of men every year. They are nothing to be ashamed of, and the solution is safe and strictly confidential. You speak to real doctors for real solutions. For help with weak erections, early ejaculation, and low sex drive, SMS HELP to 32110.
It's almost time for the Carling Black Label Champion Cup. Once again,
We, the fans, have the power to be the coach.
we know you better than anyone.
We will select the starting lineup. We will lead you to victory. And together, we will be champions.
To select your starting lineup, see pack for details and be the champion coach.
Calls us Lady X. Here she is on Sport at 10, the woman with the red hair, the trademarks, and wearing shoes, which surprised me. I thought you'd come in barefoot.
No, I'm not on stage tonight.
Only.
I'm not on stage.
Let's talk about that, first of all. Let's talk about the barefootness and the red hair, because those are trademarks that Lady X was well known for.
Yes, I think so. Well, look, being barefoot, it's something that just started happening when I was performing. No, mamela kaloku. You know, the truth is, if I don't have isihlangu I'm on, I don't feel. It doesn't feel like I'm performing. It doesn't feel like I'm here. That I can. I need to feel the ground when I perform. I need to be rooted. I need to be authentic.
And then, the red.
The red, it just happened. I think I used to be blonde, believe it or not. And then everyone became blonde. So I was just like, nah, who am I? I'm a vixen.
Why 2016 is it becoming the year of Lady X? Because it's a voice that people will know. You have been doing it.
I've been.
You've been doing it. There's DJs that have hits and with your voice on it.
You know, and I've created some other DJs who are now on radio. I mean, I won't say it. I mean,
no, name and shame.
I mean, name and shame. I mean, I feel like people like our Mo Flavor still owe me like a big thank you.
And
Shivumba, now he's on Drive Time. Yes, Libala.
I'm sure you'll get an opportunity to be interviewed by. But you've been doing that for so long. As a voice.
Yes.
You know, featuring, but no one really knew who you are.
Yeah.
Now you're coming out.
Yeah, it's time, man, it's time. Look, the first single, when people were like, oh, kantunjena lo sisi, oh, she's got red hair, unje, was I did a song titled Loving You that featured Uhuru and Black Motion. And then that's when they were like, oh, she's South African? Oh, kantunjena. It was one of those. And then after that, you just played the video now, Seasons, with African Roots.
Are your parents upset with you?
Why?
I'm a degree. You're not one.
I know.
Dinama
degrees.
Acting, advertising, honors, and then you want to go behind the mic.
Yo, yazi tatam. He just said to me, you know what? You've got internationally recognized degrees, not just like a degree. But when you want to sing, okay, you're on your own. So he was just like, good luck in your career. Don't call me when you need help.
One final question before we get to the quiz.
Yes.
I know your latest single was created naked on the balcony. Your next door neighbors, Batin, because you said this. You went out on the balcony and then started singing. Is that a true story?
Listen, I wasn't naked, you know.
I took off my clothes and my jewelry means.
No, mamela loko. You know, certain things happen. Umna kansemoyeni. Ishlanguzam have to be off. I can't wear jewelry. It's too heavy. Everything becomes too heavy. And then yashiselwa.
So name pahla nazo.
No, not all of them. Why you sons are so?
No, I'm just checking.
Why?
My next door is
And I was in studio. Luckily, I wasn't home. Luckily, I wasn't home. I was in studio on the balcony. So
close enough, though. Let's get to this. This is the Sport at 10 cup. You can't have it, but the cakes you can, because the cup's priceless. Let's look at the sport. We're going to go to an Olympic theme. We're going to look at, with Gugu Zulu having passed away, some of the players, the sportsmen that we've lost. But this man here is the world's greatest Olympian of all time. Can you name him?
Yes, I can. Michael Phelps.
22 medals, 18 gold. Michael Phelps, the U.S. swimmer, and he's back at the Olympics this time around. Can he increase that? Now, this is going to be tough, though, because... Can you tell me what year, because I know you're going to recognize this guy, what year did this man win his Olympic gold medal in?
I plead the fifth. I know this.
You can name him.
Yes, of course, it's Cassius Clay.
You even used his name then. That was when he was called in 1960 when he won the gold medal. Cassius Clay. I'm going to give you, just for not saying Muhammad Ali, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give you that. Because Cassius Clay won a gold medal at the Olympics in 1960. If you went Muhammad Ali, you wouldn't find it. And then finally, we've lost a great man in Gugu Zulu. 10 years ago, in May, we lost this man. Great footballer. Who is he?
It's Sky... Oh my goodness.
Close.
The name starts with an S, right? And the surname is a surname I always struggle with, and it starts with an N.
So then you're going to put it together and say it's Emmanuel Skara.
I'm
not going to give it to you. Yes, the great man passed away on May in 2010. I'm bringing in the Shampunizer because Shampunizer, we have a decision to make. Zono Zininzi is the new song out. People can get it, right?
Yes, Zono Zininzi. It's on iTunes. It's on Google Play. Download it. They can just follow me on Twitter at Lady X on vocals, and they'll find everything.
Lady Xhosa. Lady Xhosa and everything. All I'm saying, Thomas, is that please, Mr. Gay Goalkeeper, I want you to make history and become the first gay Bafana Bafana goalkeeper and show the country and the world that nothing is impossible. Being gay is not a disease. But I'm not one of you. I'm just saying. I just want you to make history. But all in all, my final word, rest in peace, Gugu Zulu. You were such an inspiration. I bought a bicycle because you told me that you are trapping there in SABC Sport. So it's a great loss to me as well. So
we're going to sing now. We're going to sing this last part. I know you know how we end the show. So
are you going to pay me?
If you're not watching Sport at 10, what are you
doing?
But you didn't hit the note. Good night.
Tomorrow on 1/6, profiling 4 young South Africans in unconventional art forms with 100% youth. Or 7:30, celebrities and the music that shaped their lives with Zaziwa. Basing on 9, highly energetic and funky Mzansi street dance moves with Jigama.